All right, welcome to another edition of Daniel Stevens Unscripted. Again, I'm your host, Daniel Stevens. Thank you for tuning in for another podcast, another fun adventure with me. Um, I'm going to share something with you that you might actually appreciate. I found some old photos back from high school, and oh, let me just, let me just go ahead and show you. Here you go. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Look at that. This was me in high school. This was my senior in high school. People always wondered what I looked like with hair, and this is it. Oh man, look at that. The glasses. Point Dexter. It's like a photo from Napoleon Dynamite. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. The girl who does the braid, not the braids, but she has like the side ponytail, and she has the photo gallery, and she's like, put your fist under your chin, tilt it to the left, turn your body to the right. Oh man, look at that. I mean, just in general, I mean, that's just nothing but 90 pounds of soaking wetness right there. Oh, such good stuff. Look at that hair. Back when I had hair, I mean, that is just got the Justin Timberlake / ramen noodle. You know, it's almost like if Justin Timberlake from NSYNC had a meeting with ramen just to see what they would look like as a person. It's like chicken flavored right there on top. Yeah, maybe a little Oriental. I no surprise, like I was not popular in high school. I mean, just it's funny. Me and my friend Sam. I mean, we're still good friends. We would walk into we would go into high school, and we'd walk in at the same time, and everybody would be waving to him. Hey, Sammer! Hey, Sammer! Hey, Sammer! And here I am walking next to him like I'm just a ghost. He pretty much. I felt like I carried him in high school a little bit, but it was really him carrying me. But yeah, that's my senior year in high school photo. My parents gave this to me a few months ago, and this is just, there's just so much potential here. Why was I not more popular in high school? Oh, poor me. Not real sure what's going on here though. There's so many senior photos. It's funny thinking back in high school. I ran track, and you know that's of course I was always that person in high school who just kept to himself. I wasn't popular, clearly, from looking at this, and I just really wasn't out there. I was just kind of that behind the scenes kid who just kind of watched everybody else, cause trouble or whatnot. And what's funny is clearly I look nothing like this anymore. I for one, I don't have hair, and two, I mean, I just don't know if I could. That's just so much sex appeal in one photo. It's like you just can't get enough. Oh, I like it. But no, in high school, I mean, this was me. There's really just no words. Really no words. Talk about my friend Sam. Like in high school, it was just always this thing. It was this funny game we played, or I played. He just had a good laugh at it at my expense. We would walk in together, and I would literally count how many people said hey to him and not me. And there was not a single person who said hey to me. And we would get in class, and I was like, Sam, okay, there was 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I mean, it was like 20 people. And literally we could walk into the school, and the class would be right there, and still 20, 30 people said hey to him, and I was a ghost. But that's how it is. I mean, you clearly now, I'm a totally different person I was in high school. A little more successful. And it's funny because I get all these Facebook requests. I get all these messages from people who used to bully me in high school, who used to just would not pay me any bit of attention. All of a sudden now, like I'm a very successful person. I've got a TV show. I've got a book. All these things are great are happening for me, and all of a sudden they want to come out of the woodwind and someone want to be my friend. And I know why they're doing it, because what's funny, high school popular kids in high school now, if you look at the percentage of those who were successful in high school, or jockeys and all this, look at them now. It's like they did a complete 180 versus me, who, I mean, I was successful in high school. I mean, I was a good student and everything. I was a track runner. Um, but now it's just funny how the roles reverse. Now, like I'm more out there versus those who were popular in high school. Now are like looking to me like all of a sudden I appear to them, and I don't know how many people have experienced that actual thing where you were in high school and you were unpopular, and then 20 some years later they see all the great things you're doing, and all of a sudden you've got their attention, and it's the funniest thing, and I laugh at it. Like, I mean, I'm not a petty person. Like, I mean, people do change, people make mistakes in the past and stuff like that. I just think it's funny how all of a sudden, like, everybody wants to be my friend from high school who did not pay me any attention. Like, I was just that weirdo, and who had the glasses, the acne face, but I have no regrets in high school. I just thought I want to share that with you guys. I mean, it's just pretty funny. This photo, it's like you take like like you look at something and you have like a one take, and you look away from it, and you just gotta keep looking at it. Like, this was me. But that was just me in high school. I was just a quiet, made good grades. Wasn't a rebellious type. I was very shy. I was a pushover, really. I was very much a pushover in high school, and some in college, actually. I was about halfway through college, and thankfully my friend Sam, who always had my back, who was always a good friend, he would let me know, like, dude, you got to stop letting people taking advantage of you. You gotta push back. And that's funny when you actually start doing that, how much people start respecting you more. Of course, I'm just a nice guy. You could literally ask me for something, and I'm gonna do it if it's gonna be beneficial and helpful to you. I just thought it was funny, like the person I was then versus how I am now. That just at 15, I graduated 2000. Yeah, so it's been 15 years since I graduated high school, and it's and I know a lot of us do this. Like, we actually go back and look how we were as a person then versus how we are now, whether it be looks, personality, how we are career-wise, like how we thought we would turn out. Because as kids, we have this sense of who we're going to be when we grow up, and then most times out of none, we're not going to be that same person. About 20% end up doing what they said they were going to do in high school, which is not a bad thing. It's just funny how far we come along from our younger years to we are now. I never, in a million years, I never thought I'd be a father, a husband, a best-selling author, a world champion, have my own have a TV show. I just never thought these things would happen for me because, back then I just wasn't that person to really put myself out there. And now that, out of college, I will talk to anybody. I'm not shy anymore. It gets on my wife's nerves sometimes because we'll be somewhere and I'll see somebody I know, or I'll just make a random conversation with a stranger, and based off maybe they're wearing something or just something kind of strikes a conversation, and I would literally talk to them for minutes or hours if I could. But that's just who I am now. I went from being shy to can't keep my mouth shut. Like, I just ramble on, as my sister-in-law Lauren says. It's like a motor, just nonstop. But anyways, no, I really wanted to share this little tasty treat with you guys, and kind of just, it's funny. Again, I was thinking about this earlier, like the person I was then versus now. Like, it's crazy how we change over the years. But no, so much in this one photo that could be. And here's another thing too. If you can't make fun of yourself, I have made fun of myself so many times looking at some of these photos from high school, that if you can't make fun of yourself, or take jokes or anything like that, that's you just got to learn to love life and take in who you are as a person, and maybe even in the past with looks or personality. You just got to, be able to laugh at yourself and kind of poke fun of yourself, because at the end of the day, this is life. We're just living each day as we can and taking what we can, but also at the same time really trying to improve ourselves as people, and trying to grow and just really try to be the best that you can be. But I just thought this was funny. I didn't really know what to talk about this weekend, and I came across this photo, and I was like, oh, this is what I've got to talk about. It's just so much. I mean, it's like catnip for the ladies. Back when I was high school, I don't know how I didn't. And my wife always says, I just can't picture you with hair. And after she sees this, she should know what I look like with hair. And I kind of like the no hair look. I mean, I get a lot of people random strangers who approach me and you know, they try to sell push all these products on you. Oh, we can get you hair and this and that. I'm like, why do I want hair? That's the less maintenance I got to do for myself. I mean, yeah, I did the beard thing this year. I never thought I'd be rocking a beard, but everybody was liking it, and so I just kept up with it, unless I had to go film where I had to shave it. But I really like this thing. But the no hair thing, I mean, the less maintenance I have to do, the better. I'm sure my wife enjoys me using all of her hair products just on the beard. But you know, if I'm gonna rock it, I gotta keep it groomed. I gotta keep it maintenance. But no, guys, I hope everybody's had a great week. I'm loving the weather today. Been watching some football. I've got a few things I'm working on. I'm really trying to become more creative for you guys. I know it's been kind of like this whole show, this podcast has just been kind of like a test for me, like trying to really find out what's going to capture the audience. But again, I always appreciate you guys tuning in and sharing and liking the video, and those who have subscribed, thank you so much. Just make sure that anybody who's new to this channel, just make sure you're hitting that subscribe button down below. And I'm really just trying to bring more content to you guys and be more creative. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys in a week for the next episode. Thank you guys so much love. Thank you.